guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the SC Reports podcast. I'm your host, Stefan Cyrus. Now, guys, you guys hit the like threshold, and it's a little bit past 6 o'clock right now that you hit it, so this will drop tonight. So let's start. July 1st, all of the signings that we've had and the crazy amount of money that has been splurged on these players. Let's get into it right now. Starting with the Lakers, Timofey Mozgov, a 4-year, $64 million contract. I don't agree with this contract. It seemed as though it was going to be, I thought for some reason that Hassan Whiteside was going to come back to the Lakers. He was going to sign with the Lakers, but it didn't end up happening. Al Horford's, tangled up with a few teams, and it seems like Kevin Durant's trying really hard, and Oklahoma, I should say, trying really hard to get Al Horford. So, a bunch of centers are wrapped up around other teams. So it seems like the Lakers pushed panic button and they put a really expensive contract on Timofey Mozgov. Now, again, the cap did go up to $96 million. So, yes, this is an influx in money, and if the cap did not go up, this would not be as big as it is. But it has, and it's going to be surprising to see how many other people would go to the Lakers now that they know they're going to spend money on role players, giving them $64 million deals. So let's move on. Bradley Beal, a 5-year, $128 million deal, and he's staying with the Wizards. This one is really, really insane. Here's the thing. Bradley Beal, when healthy, he looks like an all-star. He hits a lot of shots. He plays great defense. But the problem is he can't stay healthy. And it's not like he just turns his ankle and is out for a few days. He's literally had injuries each and every year that has kept him out for a month or two, which really limits, you can't put that much faith in someone that continues to get injured like that. But again, they weren't going to get a guy like Kevin Durant, so you might as well keep somebody that has that potential and pay him the max money, because again, this is a really, really tough decision by the Wizards, because at the end of the day, you got to keep your all-stars together if you want something to happen. Because if they lost Beal, they were going to get worse than they were last year. They didn't even make the playoffs last year, which is really surprising. But Beal, he came back from injury. He never really bounced back. So it was really interesting to see him get this much money. Now, moving on to another deal here. The Pistons have acquired Ish Smith on a 3-year, $18 million deal. Now, Ish Smith last year, when he finished off the year with the 76ers, oh my goodness, he had a phenomenal second half. And he really let go. He got assists, he got points, he got rebounds. And I really thought he'd get a little bit more, especially with the flux in cap room. I'm surprised. This is a bargain deal for the Pistons. Here you got a backup point guard to Reggie Jackson, who's going to come in. He's still going to get assists. He's still going to get you rebounds at the point guard position. And he's going to do a decent job scoring. But he's going to be more of a facilitator. I think he's going to work really well with a guy like Andre Drummond. Now, another deal here. On the Lakers side, Jordan Clarkson has re-signed with the Lakers on a 4-year, $50 million deal. This is a fantastic move because I see Jordan Clarkson as a core piece going forward for the Lakers. I really, really like the kid. I think he's going to do a fantastic job in Lakerland with D'Angelo Russell and that combo going forward. Not much else to say. He has a lot of potential. They had to keep Jordan Clarkson. It's a decent deal. Now, the Hornets have kept Nicholas Batum. A lot of rumors that he would go to Golden State if they couldn't get Kevin Durant. He was going to go elsewhere, but he decided to sign back on, and what a deal. He's not even an all-star, guys, and listen to this. 5 years, $120 million. 5-year, $120 million deal for Nicholas Batum. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. He's probably one of the most all-around players in the game. Like, there's not a lot of players out there that'll get you a triple-double. He's one of those players in the league that can play great defense, that can get 2 steals a game, can get 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 18 points per game. He's a very, very solid piece, but I did not expect him to get over $120 million. That's an insane deal. But the Hornets, again, they have a really, really nice squad, and I think it was crucial for the Hornets to keep Nicholas Batum. Now, Hassan Whiteside, it was really sketchy at first because he said it was more of a business deal, whatever he did next. So I assumed he would have went somewhere that would have gave him max money, the most money possible. But he decided to re-sign with the Heat on a 4-year, $98 million deal. This is a great contract for Hassan Whiteside. He's worked so hard for this. Remember, literally a year ago, he was basically a bargain. He came to Miami, not a lot of people knew about him, and he just let it loose. He started getting 14 rebounds a game, 20 rebounds, 5 blocks, 11 blocks, almost getting triple doubles out of blocks. He deserves this contract, and he really is a phenomenal center, and I think he definitely deserves this contract. So for the Heat, I'm gonna give this one a solid A+. If they had lost Hassan Whiteside, definitely Kevin Durant would not have come. I think a lot of free agents would have left, especially Dwayne Wade, because that means they might have actually went into a rebuilding phase if Hassan Whiteside would have left, because we don't know what's going to happen with Chris Bosh. Hassan Whiteside has been the saving grace since Chris Bosh's unfortunate blood clots. He has been the savior to the Miami Heat, and if they would have lost him, it would have went downhill for the Miami Heat. Now, this one is DeMar DeRozan, and he's staying with the Raptors on a 5-year, $139 million contract. I covered this earlier, and I'm really happy for DeMar DeRozan. I think he should have stayed put, and he did. He didn't even schedule any other meetings because DeMar DeRozan is one of those guys left in the league that feels loyalty to his team. This is his home in Toronto, and I know, guys, I'm from Toronto, so I do have a special place in my heart for DeMar DeRozan and everything he's done for the city. And he got the contract that he deserved. And yeah, guys, going forward, Toronto is the second best team in the Eastern Conference right now. They had to keep DeMar DeRozan no matter what. They took the Cavs to 6 games, and you don't get rid of a guy like DeMar DeRozan, who was so crucial into getting him there. Now, DJ Augustin has agreed to terms with the Magic on a 4-year, $29 million deal. Honestly, this is a great bargain bin deal for the Magic, considering the cap went up. I think that DJ Augustin, when he is a starter, when he's getting minutes, he is a phenomenal point guard. I think we saw that a few times in Denver when Ty Lawson went downhill. We saw DJ Augustin get points. We saw him get assists. We saw the same thing when he was in Detroit, but then Reggie Jackson came and took that spot from him. And then he went to Oklahoma, but then, Russell Westbrook's there, so he's not going to get a bunch of minutes. So DJ Augustin going to the Magic, it creates time for him to play, and I think that DJ Augustin is a really great point guard. When he gets time to play, He dishes out a ton of assists. He's very reliable from three-point range, and he's an overall really good point guard. Andre Drummond. This is coming from the Pistons. He has agreed to a 5-year, $130 million deal. And I covered this one as well on my channel. This deal is a really, really great deal. And again, the Pistons are one of those teams that are on the rise, and Andre Drummond is their cornerstone. Without Andre Drummond, this team would fall significantly. He's the best rebounder in the NBA right now. He gets them at a crazy rate. He had so many 20-point rebound games. It is ridiculous. And this just made sense. Andre Drummond is your cornerstone. He still has lots of time to get better. His potential, his ceiling is still going up. And when the only problem with Andre Drummond is his free throws, that's not too bad, especially considering that he could get better at them. So guys, this next deal is from Brooklyn, and it is Jeremy Lin, who has agreed to a 3-year, $36 million deal. Now here's the thing. This is a great win by Brooklyn. Jeremy Lin, I thought, should have got more money for going to Brooklyn. Because again, they're not going to get any big stars there in Brooklyn this offseason, even though they have so much cap room. You know, it just makes sense to give Jeremy Lin more money, so I'm giving a bad grade to Jeremy Lin's agent. I mean, they could say, look, nobody's going to Brooklyn to play for you. You should pay my client a little bit more. But they just accepted this 3-year, $36 million deal, and I thought that was outrageous. I think Jeremy Lin should have got a lot more, considering that the cap also went up. But Brooklyn now has a point guard, starting point guard, and Jeremy Lin can go back to being that starter who's going to get points, who's going to dish out assists. And this is the last time I think Jeremy Lin has real chance at rejuvenating Lin's sanity or getting close to that. I don't think he will go back to Lin's sanity, but I think he'll be a very, very solid point guard on Brooklyn, given the opportunity that he has. Now this next deal is Al Jefferson. He's agreed to a 3-year, $30 million deal with the Pacers. And again, the most sneakiest moves by the Pacers ever. They continue to get all of these pieces that are really going to help them out. Now here's the thing. This could hurt Miles Turner a little bit if Al Jefferson comes and he starts over him. I definitely think that Miles Turner will continue to start and have Al Jefferson come off the bench to be a spark plug down low in the interior, because I do see Al Jefferson as a better Roy Hibbert in terms of scoring, but with his injury issues lately, I think he should definitely come off the bench, limit Al Jefferson's time, and he will be a fantastic off the bench big, maybe even a 6-man so far, because I don't see another 6-man on that bench right now. So, you know, they have a really, really solid team right there. The Pacers have went from rebuilding to having Teague, Monte Ellis, Paul George, Thaddeus Young, Miles Turner, and Al Jefferson off the bench. This is fantastic. And they so far are one of my best teams that have won since the draft till July 1st. Now let's get into this next one. Jared Bayless has agreed to a 3-year, $27 million deal to go to the 76ers. Oh man, that poor bastard. And here's the thing. The Sixers are going to get better, and they do need a point guard. Jared Bayless might start. In fact, I think he will start. A lot of players are outgoing, and a lot of people are getting shopped, and they're moving their team around to be a solid team around a Ben Simmons. So I think Jared Bayless is going to be more of a facilitator, and defer to a guy like Ben Simmons. So, great bargain deal. Jared Bayless, another solid guy I like. He played in Toronto, so I got the pleasure of seeing his game. He can definitely add a lot more to the 76ers than he could have contributed on the Bucks last year. So, Myers Teletovic played with the Suns last year, but now he's on his way to the Bucks for a 3-year, $30 million deal. This one is absolutely crazy because the Bucks have so many bigs. They have so many bigs, and they continue to get all of these tall, lengthy players. I don't even know if they know what they're going to do with all of these players. It's very confusing, and I don't see if Myers will start or where he will go, but who knows? Again, the Bucks are one of those teams that just get players that can play more than one position and just create matchup nightmares for teams. It didn't work last year, but hey, maybe it works out a little bit better this year. But it's a very confusing one. I give this one a C. Now here's a rumor real quick. The Hawks have gained strong connections with Dwight Howard. And I don't see Dwight going to Atlanta, but hey, strong connections, he's probably going, because Al Horford seems like he's definitely leaving the Hawks, which is really weird because he seemed to be a cornerstone of the Hawks, and it seems like when they traded Jeff Teague, I think that maybe created a rift between him and management, because Jeff Teague is Al Horford's running man. They've been doing it for so many years, and it's really surprising to see them trade Jeff Teague in the first place. So maybe that's why, Al Horford is deciding to leave. So Dwight Howard would be a great backup or great plan if Al Horford does leave. Now the Grizzlies, very surprising, have gotten Chandler Parsons on a 4-year, $94 million deal. Now, I thought Chandler Parsons would have signed with the Portland Trail Blazers, but it seems as though he went to the Grizzlies. And the report is that Mike Conley and Chandler Parsons had some discussions about joining forces on Memphis. So this makes a lot of sense as to why Chandler Parsons would sign. Chandler Parsons, a great player, can shoot the basketball, can rebound the basketball. I think he's going to be a great fit for the Memphis Grizzlies, and he's going to be that scoring. He's going to be the number one option now. I definitely think that's the one thing the Grizzlies have lacked over the course of maybe 5 to 6 years. They have not had a pure or a guy that can really score the basketball consistent since Rudy Gay. And it really weighed heavily on them because then they relied so much on post offense through Zebo and Marc Gasol, two of people who of which have done a great job, but they have nobody else there that could have scored. They tried using Jeff Green, but again, he was way too inconsistent. So having Chandler Parsons now will be a fantastic fit, and Chandler Parsons definitely will be in the 18 to 20 point per game category next year. Now the Blazers have acquired Evan Turner through free agency. Now Evan Turner is going to get a 4-year, $70 million deal. Really, really insane. And I think it's a great fit. Portland is one of those teams that surprised me last year. And I did say that I thought they were going to be in the lottery, and they shut me the hell up. They almost, they had a really good series with Golden State. And adding a guy like Evan Turner, a guy that does it all, that gets assists, that gets points here and there, and he also gets rebounds, it only makes sense to to add a guy like Evan Turner. Again, there's not a lot of players in this league that can dish out or you can rely on to get 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and some points in the league. Again, another guy like that who I said got paid a lot was Nicholas Batum. So I'm very happy for Evan Turner. Not a lot left here, guys, so bear with me. Evan Fournier is staying with the Magic, and he's getting a 5-year, $85 million deal. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Considering that Evan Fournier is staying and that they lost Victor Oladipo, I'm not very surprised that he got a huge contract, but $85 million. Oh my goodness. That's insane. So, he is a great scorer. Not very consistent though. So we're going to have to see what happens come October to see how well this team is going to shape up to be. But Evan Fournier is getting some money in Magic in Orlando. So here's the thing. Not a lot left. Looking through some of the rumors here. But there's 2 more deals left here. And if there's any more, I'll cover it tomorrow, guys. So the Bucks have gotten Matthew Dellavedova, NBA champion this year, to a 4-year, $38 million offer sheet. Now, the Cavs are definitely not going to spend that much money on Matthew Dellavedova. It's just not going to happen. Is Matthew Dellavedova worth 4 years, $38 million? That's questionable. But definitely, the cap went up. Why not pay the man? He is a very scrappy defensive player. He does everything in his will to play defense. He's such a hustler. You have to give the man credit. He has given Steph Curry hell these last 2 years in the playoffs. And yeah, he was a very solid player. And the last one for now, I'm going to refresh the page after this because I am reading this off SB Nation as they give me all of the details. The Pelicans have picked up Solomon Hill from the Pacers on a 4-year, $48 million plus deal. So that might not be all the money. $48 million might not be all the money that he earns. He's going to get more. And this move, very, very surprising. They already picked up a guy like Buddy Hield, so I don't think they really needed any more small forwards. I think, if anything, Solomon Hill's still going to come off the bench because they still have Tyreke Evans, they still have Drew Holiday. I mean, they're good. But according to a lot of reports, Eric Gordon is leaving, so maybe Solomon Hill is their broke man's Eric Gordon? Not sure. And again, $48 million, that just seems like so much money for Solomon Hill or for some of these players. Gonna refresh the page real quick to see if there was any other deals that went through. So here are some of the updates. The Grizzlies are preparing a maximum offer for Mike Conley, a 5-year, $153 million deal. Holy, Mike Conley. If I were you, I definitely would take that. And the Celtics will offer Al Horford a maximum contract. So guys, that is it for now. Be sure to tune in Sunday, actually, because I'm working all day tomorrow. I won't be getting home until 10. So, unfortunately, tomorrow I'm not going to be able to cover July 2nd. Maybe I'll do 2 big podcasts on the 3rd because I don't work Sunday. So, hey, 2 long videos in a day. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If there is any way I can get better at these longer podcasts, let me know. Am I going too fast? Do you want me to break down stuff even more? I am still learning. I am in school for broadcasting, so make sure to tell me, how can I get this over better with you guys? So thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you watched the whole video. And guys, I will see you in the next video. Really quickly, my boy J. Crew Day gave me a shout out actually. And that was really fantastic. I love that guy. That guy's my brother. So if you guys love Lakers, if you guys are LA Lakers fan, he will report on that. And so even though it might not be a big deal for me, to him, the Lakers is life. So if you're an LA Laker fan, make sure to go over to my boy J. Crew Day's page. Give him some love. Subscribe to J. Crew Day. Tell him that I sent you. And he also plays NBA 2K16. He's really good at it. He also plays a lot of sports games. So make sure to go over there. He's also on Twitch, J. Crew Day. On Twitch, J. Crew Day. On YouTube, so make sure to give him some love. Tell him I sent you. Subscribe to him. And guys, I will see you in the next video. Peace.